Day 2 of doing 50 push-ups and reading 50 pages. We're on chapter 15 and we're on silos. Let's go. You're kidding me, I said. You don't have to. The syndrome here. Kevin, our vice president of operations, sat smiling and shaking his head as I continued NOS cross-functional friction. No flood versus corporate mentality. No management versus employees. Attitude. No, they. I couldn't believe it if it were true. His be first organization ever seen that didn't have this problem. Nope, he said, added with a grin. There's no they here, but it is us against them. Kevin was having a little fun. Of course, his humor implied, of course, they syndrome. Who doesn't? I met another executive who had more direct way of putting it. John can assume all problems in a few words. Silos but government. Do you have silos or an organization called accounting, sales, manufacturing, marketing, R&D, operations, administration, the home office, or the field? Can people be heard claiming in some way that's not my job? While the walls grow taller and stronger, the more difficult to overcome. I know of one company whose field sales organization actually refers to its own headquarters as the Sales Prevent Club. Then their way customer service rep at a mail order company. I like to call in to check on an overdue order. Who told me, yeah, the shipping department is doing it to us. Again, whose team does she think she's on? For all the time and resources our organization spends on team building, we still seem to forget one simple truth. We're all on the same team. Every day we see groups, departments, regions, and individuals work across purpose. Our so-called teams bicker and complain about others who don't do their jobs right. This kind of corporate mentalization in fighting drains the life right out of an organization. It's like having a tandem bike with riders facing in the opposite direction. Lots of activity, lots of exertion, but not movement. With competitors working to beat us every day, we can really afford to be working against each other too. Let's climb out of our silos, forget they, and remember we're all on the same team. Chapter 16, beat the reef, page 54. My father, Jimmy Miller, was heading a wrestling coach in Cornell University in Intact, New York for more than 25 years. When he sent me out at the mat, he'd always remind me I had 3 people to beat that day. My opponent, myself, and the referee. That I had to beat my opponent was obvious by myself. A man had to overcome fears. It doesn't matter how close the match is, John. Even if you lose, if you lose in overtime by 1 point, even if he makes a couple questionable calls, you cannot blame the man in black and white. He condoled by saying, if you want to win, you must be good enough to beat the ref. Good enough to beat the ref. That means being a sales person who has the maturity to say, I was outsold, instead of complaining about the product price and the advertising. It means serving as a team member who never saves when others pull their own weight. It means being a manager who doesn't whine. Why aren't my people motivated? And when you'll get engaged, it means being the person who doesn't complain about management, saying, why don't they tell us what's going on? Who's the ref in your life, or person, or circumstance beyond your control is standing between you and success. Could it be a supervisor who overmanaged, making it difficult for you to do your job? Inefficient systems built into your organization that waste a lot of time, or maybe it's a personal problem that drains your energy. No matter what you're trying to accomplish, there's always a barrier of some kind of overcome, and it's often somewhere over which we have no control. Instead of focusing on the barriers, wasting precious time, talent, and energy, let's work to become so good that we'll succeed no matter how many bad calls the ref may throw at us.